बनाने के बाद हम लोग खेती हमारी लंबे है तो यहाँ से घर से वहाँ जाके लगाते हैं, खेती में चावल लगाते हैं। जैसे उस बाजू में हम लोग दूधी, करेला, ककड़ी, भिंडी ये सब कुछ हम उगाते हैं। बारिश के सीजन में हम यही सब बीज उगाते हैं यहाँ पर।
Yes, so here Vanita Thakre, a worldly Adivasi from Khambachapara, was talking to us about how do they do farming. So first they grow paddy next to their house, and then from there they take it to their field and plant them. And with that they also grow different kind of vegetables. Abhi COVID ke time pe they were facing challenges in getting seeds. So once we got help from Sahayak Trust, Dilnawaz Wariwa and Rohit Parak collected some seeds from them. Or uske baad Shardul also helped us to buy some seeds for the tribal communities, especially women. They were not able to go out, and kuch beech mein problem hua tha, and they were not able to collect all the desi seeds. So beech mein hybrid seeds use karne lage the. And when people use hybrid seeds, unfortunately next year they cannot grow again plants from the seeds which comes from those hybrid fruits from the hybrid seeds. So these are important information we citizens really need to know, learn about, is that it is important that we keep collecting whatever desi seeds which are the old ones that we find and preserve them. Otherwise every year farmers need to buy seeds, and if for some reason in 1 year farmers suffers badly because of drought or because of untimely rain, and their crops gets destroyed and they have not enough money to buy seeds, they really suffer. Yeah, so consciously citizens need to also spread awareness about seeds and encourage people to collect desi seeds, so that next year again farming can be done without spending money on buying seeds. Next slide please, Shardul. Yeah, so some examples of forest food. During COVID, initially tribal communities suffered because this RA forest also has seen a lot of intrusion, and many gulmohar trees, rain trees and other trees were planted by well-meaning citizens. At many times they did not understand that we need to plant indigenous trees to soil. And also forest department planted a lot of acacia trees in RA, which grows very fast. But what happens is that when we plant this kind of different kind of trees in a forest, it destroys natural vegetation. Otherwise, generally tribals find a lot of food in the forest area. So on the left hand side, it is a picture of you can see a Lia also plant, which is dinda. They eat it, these stems, and next to it is photograph of this yellow flower is Contola. I don't know what else is Contola is called, but this tiny fruit just below the flower, it will further grow little bigger. And during monsoon we find vegetable shops also, they sell Contola. So this is one one kind of food found in abundance in RA forest. And the next one is a kind of shoot, and different kind of this kind of shoots are found. It looks like yam, but they call it garodi. Yeah, I had to look at the name again, very new to me. And like that a lot of other kind of shoots looks like yam are found in RA. तो आप अगर आदिवासी लोगों के साथ जंगल में चल रहे होंगे, अचानक देखना कि वो कुछ तो निकालेंगे वहां से और बोलेंगे ये हम खाते हैं, ये बहुत टेस्टी होता है. So this one also right hand side is a kind of yam that they cook and eat, and I was told that it's very tasty. Next slide please. So on the right hand side, she is Asha Bhoye. and Bhoye family is one of the petitioners in tribal case which was filed against MMRCL in the High Court. MMRCL is Mumbai Metro Rail Corporation, because MMRCL will take away their land. Already they have taken away many tribal people's land in RA. These flowers are called tetu. Our left hand side mein one can see this tetu flower. With a lot of struggle, finally Shardul helped me to click a picture of this that day. So I felt pretty excited when I saw these flowers in Asha's hand. I was like, okay, what do you do? So got to know yesterday, I got the recipe. Pretty interesting. So they boil these flowers, and then after that with chili paste they fry. I have never eaten it, and people who eat non-veg, for them additional information is that चिकन में ये मिलाने से बहुत ही टेस्टी बनता है. इवन प्रॉन्स में भी मिलाया जा सकता है, ड्राई प्रॉन्स. दैट्स व्हाट शी सेड. So multiple use of tetu flowers, and there are various other kinds of foods that are found in Ade forest during monsoon. पर मैं हर चीजों का फोटो नहीं ले पाई, unfortunately because of lockdown. I also had to restrict my movement in Ade. Otherwise generally I go and collect a lot of photographs. This time I one day got hold of Shardul. वो बाइक में आया और मुझे 4-5 घंटा घुमाया so that I can again take photographs and videos. So thank you so much, Shardul, for that. So, and this is also one information is that during COVID time, जो भी area में forest was of good quality, it was not destroyed much. वहाँ पे tribal communities को food मिलने में ज़्यादा problem नहीं हुआ. So I had called up also people in Orissa to know how the tribal community is doing. तो पता चला food का तो problem नहीं है, livelihood का problem हो रहा था. Again, in RA also we have many mahua trees. Tribal area में May महीने में जब mahua के flowers and fruits आते हैं, I forgot to add that photographs. तो mahua flowers से लड्डू बनता है और mahua के जो fruits है उसके सब्जी बनती है. They cut it, chop it, and they fry it. And again, I was told that it's very tasty. I am yet to taste it. But mahua के लड्डू खाए हैं, and these are very high in nutrition. So लोगों को अगर malnutrition के problem है तो लड्डू खिलाओ तो it works wonder. So this is what forests gives us, and hence we all need to really take care of our forests. Next slide, please. This is the threat we have to RA forest, and already tribal communities are suffering because of so-called these development projects. Left hand side is the wall of a zoo that is going to come up in RA. अभी RA में अगर इतना ज़्यादा biodiversity है, and we can find leopards walking freely in RA, do we really need to build a zoo and bring animals in RA? तो किसी ने एक बार one आदिवासी person लक्ष्मण दालवी हमारे पब्लिक हियरिंग में बोले थे कि हमें इंटरनेशनल पेंगुइन आरे में नहीं चाहिए. एंड वही बात है कि व्हाट these are the knowledge of life that tribal communities bring, but हम educated लोग so called I would say, क्योंकि proper education नहीं होता है, अगर हमें मालूम नहीं है कि how to take care of the land that nature has gifted us, we can't take care of that. So left hand side, this because of this zoo, many tribal hamlets will lose their farmland. Zoo is coming up in the low-lying areas of RA, जिसको कोई सोच सकता है कि westland है, but नहीं है. During monsoon, tribals do paddy farming, and otherwise these are also catchment areas for Bihar Lake, Mithi River. Bihar Lake supplies us water. On the right hand side, we can see destruction done by Metro 3. This picture is from Prajapur Para, and Metro car shed is coming up in RA, and that's how RA movement had started. 2014, in many people joined when they saw those posters on 2000 plus trees, which said that all these trees will be cut. That's how citizens came together. In fact, उससे पहले काफी सारे लोगों ने बात करना शुरू किया था आरे के बारे में from 2012 onwards. But this movement gained momentum when all these notices came up on those trees, saying that these trees will be cut in the metro car shed area. Next slide, please. I think from there, Shardul will take over. Yes, so Shardul, please.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will just briefly tell you a bit of the history of RA and how it was formed. Me being architect, I generally work a lot with maps. So you see that this is the northern half of our city, and RA is the heart of that part. It is a buffer zone to Sanjay Gandhi National Park. In fact, the only last buffer zone left, as you can see, all around the SGNP, what is there is urban settlements. So RA is the only last buffer zone left for its biodiversity to settle in. And if you see the map on the left, you will see two lines. One is the yellow line on the map and one is the red line. So the yellow line is RA, the speculated size of RA. This information was gathered by us through various RTIs. And the red is what RA is left right now. So we can see that almost 50% of it is already taken up for various development projects. RA, especially RA Milk Colony, why it is known as RA Milk Colony, is where 9 revenue villages were selected by the government back in 1949 to shift all the cowsheds that were there in South Mumbai into a more lush green area, and to maintain that habitat so that the cows over there also feel like home. This place was left as a green patch, and there are many records which show that this is also part of the GNP. Many of it is still a pristine forest, and many of it is, as you can see in the map, green. In this slide, what you can see is this guideline, which World Health Organization, the same organization which is giving us guidelines for, our COVID safety, has also given very interestingly guidelines for a healthy habitat for human settlement. So what the Indian Institute of Science and also WHO says is that a healthy city should have 6 trees per person. Matlab, if there are say 10 people in a city, then you should have probably 60 trees for those 10 people to live a healthy life. But our sad city has 1 tree for 4 people, so which means we have 1/4 tree per person. So we only can imagine how much oxygen we are getting, how much fresh air we are getting out of that 1 tree for 4 person. So we are already parched when we are looking at trees. So we just cannot afford losing even a single tree in this city. On the left hand side, you'll see a graph which shows the number of trees in our wards. You can see that basically the Gorega ward has a large number of trees. So that is because of RA being in that ward. Another interesting guideline that WHO gives is that any healthy city should have 9 square meter of green open space per person per city dweller. Whereas Mumbai, through various censuses that we have been through, has given us various numbers. The number that is displayed on the screen, 1.9, meaning approximately 2 square meter of green open space per person, is the largest that I have gathered through various sources. Some say that it is only 1.5 square meter, some say 1.72, some say 1.9, and which is what I have shown on the screen. So basically per human being, we still need approximately 7 square meter of green space in this city. And so a space like RA, which is already a green space, a green open space, which is helping our city to remain healthy, is just cannot be compromised. This particular article is Times of India article from last year, and it is stating how the groundwater levels in the city are alarmingly falling down. A city which is known to have very high groundwater levels throughout its history. The reason for this is that we are basically concretizing our soft landscapes. So all our parks, open spaces like RA are continuously being concretized, and there is no space for water to seep back into the ground. RA is the largest sponge, of course, with Sanjay Gandhi National Park, which actually absorbs water from the rain that we get. It is the city's largest rainwater harvesting mechanism. And once this is concretized, we will have further groundwater crisis. And when such catchment areas, basically, so RA is a catchment area for the Oshiwara and the Mithi, two major rivers of our city. And if such catchment areas are basically concretized, there are floods downstream, as you can see in the image. Everybody remembers the June floods 2005. So these basically flooding which have increased over the period of time is basically due to concretization of catchment areas of our rivers. And in the red you can see the catchment area of the Mithi and sorry, the floodplain of the Mithi, which is preceding our rate. It's actually, we've built along our floodplain and also now we are attacking the catchment. So obviously there will be a problem. Amrita will take over from here and talk about the Mithi River in detail, Mithi and Oshiwara.
Yeah. So on the left hand side, that blue wall we can see is the left hand side. It's Oshiwara River. So there are two tributaries to Oshiwara River. One comes from Sanjay Gandhi National Park. The other one comes from Dindoshi Hills. And both of them merge in Oshiwara, and then the larger river is formed. You will see that in Mumbai there are four major rivers: Oshiwara, Mithi, Poisar and Dahisar. And some years back, government started concretizing the river banks. Now, when we raise this kind of concrete walls, it creates obstruction to the natural flow of water in a river, and it converts a river to a nala. So many people nowadays look at these rivers and they think these are nalas. On the right hand side, so these are small tributaries. Here also with Oshiwara River, a lot of violation has happened, and at one point of time debris were dumped. So the middle picture is of that, and it again stopped natural flow of this small tributary to these larger tributaries of Oshiwara River. On the right hand side, one can see metro construction site on the bank of Mithi River. Down is a beautiful picture again taken in RA of Mithi River. We can see lush green forest on both the side of the river, and that's how these rivers look during monsoon. But these are not seasonal rivers, these are perennial rivers. Many of us probably do not know that on Mithi River dam was built and this Vihar Lake was created, which supplies water to us. So because of these dams, flow of water in these rivers have reduced. So because of that, in summer they may look very weak, but you will see them in monsoon and you will see how forceful these rivers can be. And we experienced the force of Mithi River in 2005 26 July, when so many areas got flooded and people lost their lives. After that, government spoke of removing encroachment from the river bank of Mithi River, but unfortunately till today we are seeing encroachments happening everywhere, be it mangroves or forest areas, river floodplains. And now plans are to also, as Shardul rightly said, concretize the catchment areas. What happens is that catchment areas soaks water. Now if we concretize that, then around 30-40% more water will flow in the river and it will start down, flooding downstream areas. So this is why last year, so Metro Carshed has come up also in the catchment area. It was low-lying area, and they did mud filling. They started it in 2018 towards August, September, and it was completed by early 2019. And last year we saw huge floods 4 times. You can see these tributaries flowing through Metro Carshed area, and then in 2018 picture we can see that how mud filling was done in this green patch of land. And last year we saw very bad floods in Mumbai. 4 times it happened, and 3 times people from downstream areas of Mithi River had to be evacuated. So one place is Kranti Nagar. From there 3 times people got evacuated, and thousands in number. Also Bamundaya Para in Marol, people had to be evacuated. We don't know, maybe there are more areas, but newspaper did not report about those areas, and hence we do not know. Next slide, please.
So I'll also add something on over here. So basically all these areas which are mud filled, while the MMRCL puts its argument about trees, it's saving trees and it's protecting trees or planting 3 times more. We don't even know whether they're doing that or not. But a forest is not just trees. So if you see that they've probably saved some patch of trees here, but this plays a very important role in the life of this river and life of the biodiversity over here. The areas which don't have trees, which are marshland, low-lying areas like Amrita said. And once you fill that, a lot of repercussions are there throughout the course of the river. And like Amrita said, you can see that in areas which are in the downstream area.
So this is another picture. Last year I took it. So this is Mithi River. On the other side, you can see lush green forest and ongoing construction work, which has stopped right now because of Supreme Court order. So in main Metro Carshed area, construction has been stopped. But in Prajapur area, Para, which is not exactly a part of 33 hectares, but adjacent to that, or actually a part of it, MMRCL never gives proper bifurcation of the land. There still ramp work is going on. So we really are asking these questions to current Chief Minister उद्धव ठाकरे जी, जिन्होंने बताया था कि कारशेड विल बी शिफ्टेड आउट ऑफ आरए, कि ये रैंप का काम क्यों चल रहा है. मेट्रो अंडरग्राउंड आ रहा है एंड up to Sieves it is underground, and after that it will take a ramp and come inside RA. So there are many other options. If time permits, we can speak about that later. But yes, when we have options, we should not destroy our natural areas, because we citizens only will face the consequences of it. Last year I was also stuck on 5th of September in Churchgate area for hours, and I reached home at 1 o'clock in the night, क्योंकि trains बंद हो गए थे, रास्ता बंद हो गया था because of heavy rains. And again, Mumbai cannot do without rains, because what we drink is rainwater. तो पानी नहीं भी है तो हम लोग, बारिश नहीं होती है तो हम लोग रोते हैं क्योंकि पीने का पानी नहीं होता है, और बारिश जब होता है तब भी हम लोग रोते हैं. But earlier it was not the situation. We are facing this situation because of over concretization of the city, and a coastal city cannot do without rains. We need to understand this. Next slide, please. So citizens really love RA, and citizens always comes out in large numbers to show their love for RA, support RA. On the left hand side, we can see this event, which was a marathon and cycling event organized by Sima and Mufaddal that point of time. Also another lady, Surjit Kaur, unke photo yahan pe nahi hai, 70 years old lady, a marathon runner, had helped us to organize marathon in RA in September 2017. It was a huge success. MMR had also joined. So these events we do to bring more people in RA, to make them aware of RA. We can see tree appreciation work. Rene Vyas conducts it. Earlier, we group members used to help. उसके बाद हमारे young force ने join किया, जैसे शार्दुल या श्रीमा शाह and many more. We have Radhika, Sushant Bali, Nishant Bangera. तो ये सारे मिलके बहुत सारे इवेंट्स करते हैं आजकल. This one picture is from RA Mahotsav जो 2015 में हम लोगों ने किया था, and we organized many events that day in छोटा कश्मीर. तो रेनी यहाँ पे पेड़ों के बारे में बात कर रही है लोगों से. And Lavlin Shah did a poetry workshop, a storytelling workshop. Somebody had come to do worldly painting workshop, and that person was an Adivasi. वैसे म्यूजिक भी हम लोगों ने प्ले किया था वहाँ पे, acoustic, using acoustic systems. So it was a wonderful experience. These children on that day were participating in a drawing competition amongst nature. On the left hand side, we can see Chang standing there, an artist from Hong Kong. 4 artists had come down from Hong Kong, and he walked around RA and created this map after walking in RA. So this is a hand-drawn map of RA, and these artists really loved RA. It is their contribution to the movement of RA. In between, we have Youth for RA. This is a picture of an event which happened in 2018 May in Bandra, Carter Road. Aparna and Shukriti started Youth for RA, and they bring many school children in RA for them to experience RA, nature, and as well as learn about organic farming. And they also keep doing events. Next slide, please. So left hand side on the top, we can see Jungle in the City, a picture from there. Here again, tribal communities had taken part. Kiran Reddy and team had organized it. It was a musical event in RA under open sky. One can see, trees around where tribals are dancing. Also, Sodaishi had performed. They later on also came up with a very famous song. On the right hand side is a picture of Raksha Bandhan. We can see in the middle Mahesh Baria is standing. He is again very skilled worldly painter. Also works as a finance expert, a professional in corporate sector. But this is how everybody finds time. So Aparna, Mahesh came together to celebrate Raksha Bandhan in RA, and we tied these beautiful Rakhis. Mahesh ne usme worldly painting kiya tha. Down on the left hand side, we can see Ganpati painting on a tree. Again, Mahesh, Aparna, Shukriti came together to organize this event. Jahan pe logon ne aake in 2018 on the day of Ganesh, first day, Anant Chaturthi, I think that day is called, or Ganesh Chaturthi. Yes, so people drew Ganesha, Lord Ganesha on the trees, and we were praying to Lord Ganesha ki please save RA. We cannot lose this precious gift that nature has gifted to the Mumbaikars. Right hand side was the launch of the song composed by Swadeshi and sang by Prakash Bhair and other singers from Swadeshi, Worldly Revolt. And ये Lower Parel में program हुआ था. 4x4 Media had organized it. So we have been always doing work in collaboration because RA Conservation Group is a collective of citizens and NGOs. We are not an NGO. तो हम लोग सभी एक साथ होके we celebrate RA whenever possible, and we also raise our voice for RA. And we also try to create awareness about RA, and would love to see more number of citizens to join RA. Though it is a fact that now RA is not only an issue that Mumbaikars talk about, but across India now people are talking about RA. Last year, 29 people got arrested to save the trees of RA. So that's how we love RA. Next slide.
It's only 19 minutes more.
Next slide, please.
So yeah, so we have a lot of art workshops with collaborations of artists. So whatever funds we get from the workshop, we spend that in the various padas in RA. We donate a lot of drawing material. We have drawing competitions for tribals there. So the picture in the center is basically by Art Oxygen. We made forest art. A lot of citizens came together one Saturday morning to do this art in the forest. On the same day, on the right, the facilitator there was called Pratik Dhanmer, who actually does stone balancing, which is like a meditative art using stone. It's a Japanese art form. It's actually more of a meditation than art, where you balance stones and come up with various forms. So, let me go to the next one. I should speak up.
Yeah, so we also did a lot of actions for RA. Left side we can see Chikkore. This is a famous song written by Piyush Mishra, a very well-known artist, very talented, and Nirali and Karthik and Piyush had sung the song. Again, we citizens came together to ensure that a beautiful song comes about RA. It was a production by Piyush Mishra's production house, and Yash Marwa and many other people helped in the shoot of this song. Post that, we did a protest in RA, which was Chipkore, and many people came together. We hugged the trees in RA. We can see this art installation down where we can see these logs and white clothes on it with it looks like blood. So yes, that's how it feels when trees are cut. We don't realize that they also feel the pain. And not only a tree, एक पेड़ के ऊपर एक पूरा ecosystem होता है, and every form of life loses its life or its its house or home when we cut a tree. Kishalai Bhora had done this installation. Human Chain was organized in 2015 February in Marine Drive in support of RA. So next slide, please.
So we also, so when the tree authority basically asked for suggestions and objections as to whenever a tree is cut in the city, they are supposed to ask citizens their suggestions and objections for cutting that tree. So for the first one, and then of course after sending those suggestions, they are supposed to hear each and every suggestion and objection. So as a group, we mobilized more than 50,000 objections in the first tree hearing, where the tree authority was not expecting such a huge turnout. Almost 1,000 people, more than 1,000 people gathered there in Baikala Zoo to tell the tree authority the importance of RA out of love of the place. Like I said, the tree authority was not expecting such a huge turnout. They actually did not listen to a lot of people and just went away. Then they hosted us again in MMRDA Bhavan in Bandra Kurla complex, and again the turnout was huge. They had to actually, the auditorium that they had booked fell short, so they had another seminar hall that fell short, so people were standing outside. A lot of people were heard, a lot of people were not heard. Around 82,000 objections officially were sent, but our numbers are much larger than that. A lot of objections were not received. And even after hearing so many objections, they still have not responded to many, and eventually they cut the trees. So a lot of activity happens in RA. The whole movement right now is not only about the Metro Car Shed, it's about zoo, it's about awareness, it's also about telling the government what we could do with such a huge resource, which is not destroying the resource, but keeping the resource the way it is. For all of it, we do need a lot of people for various things like research. We need people for documentation, to organize events, to have support on ground. We need a lot of people who work on social media, blogging, articles, and of course for legal aid. None of us are doing this for any monetary gain, because all of us are volunteering with whatever time we can, and it is not a full-time job that once you're in, you have to be there day in, day out. You can spend how much ever little time of the week you want or the month you want, but also contribute that little and have us help to save this resource of the city. Yes, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All the handles are here. I think I'll end. Amrita, you want to add anything?
Yeah. So that's the beauty of this movement. As I said, that it is a collective of citizens who are doing it, and we also collaborate with various other organizations, NGOs. And in 2015 14, when it started, I also joined in early 2015 this movement, when I read about it in newspapers, this first human change that happened in Marine Drive. So and since then citizens kept joining, and they brought their skills on the table, and that's how we could arrange or organize so many events. Many artists are a part of it, and people with different kind of skills. So RA movement again got a new life and more power when a lot of youth started joining, and they brought this wonderful skill of social media technology with them. So 2017 onwards, more number of young people started joining. Tanmay Shinde, Ketan, very active on social media. Yash Marwa joined them. And we have many other names, even Nishant Bangera and his team Muse got detained in 2018 when they wanted to protest about tree felling in RA. Shardul brings his skills of architecture. So what we need is more number of people to join and give us ideas. We always support new ideas and we try to implement them. So we will request everyone who are a part of this presentation today to spread words about RA. I can see a request that somebody said, can this PPT be shared? Yes, we would love to share, and we would love to share more information about RA. I think we have around 12 minutes left. So anyone if wants to ask any question, we can answer.
Hello, ma'am. This is Pihu. Thank you for a beautiful presentation. I have just one question to ask. So actually, I am also starting to teach a course in ecology, and I wanted to, I mean, there is this dilemma in my mind that, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we
So
can hear.
the question I want is, I mean, I like when we see all those beautiful pictures of butterflies, plants, and animals, we know what richness we have, what kind of biodiversity we have, what beauty we have, which needs to be preserved. And I know it is unethical to put a price tag on nature, but we also know that unless we kind of quantify these things, the governments and the corporate systems will not understand what we will be losing out if we do not save these things. So I mean, that is a dilemma in my mind, that how, I mean, we appreciate this beauty, we appreciate the necessity of these ecosystems, of these the ways of living of the tribal communities, but how to convince the other group who is already convinced that like monetary growth is the only way forward? How do we negotiate towards that?
So
Amrita, hello.
Voice is a little breaking.
is very
Amrita, your voice is breaking.
Is that
Hello, your voice is breaking.
Yeah,
Your voice is breaking.
okay.
Okay, she's gone. I don't know. I'll answer the question for you. Before I actually joined the movement, I am not very old here. I joined in mid 2017. Yes, that when governments actually take up, they do see the monetary benefits of a place, of ecology and ecosystems, and we as a group also are very much capable of suggesting. Actually, we as a are in a process of looking at how this can work monetarily. We have just next to this Sanjay Gandhi National Park, which is one of the most revenue generating parks in the country. It is the most visited park in the world, and it is a successful financial model. Though obviously not, it cannot match the real estate or whatever prices that these guys envisage, but it can definitely be converted into monetary notions. But the question also remains that will it help to actually stop whatever they're doing. We do give a lot of alternatives, and we are trying to come up with an action plan for RA, which is revolving around ecology and economy both. But the larger question, and in fact, I think in 2007, the forest minister back then, Mr. Mungantiwar himself tweeted that one tree is some 1.8 lakh, provides ecological services of 1.8 lakh or something like that amount he had posted. So it's not that they are not aware what a tree does or what this does, what ecology does. It is probably they are more interested in the real estate value of it, and I think it needs to change at ethical level and at the level of education that we receive these days, to be able to counter this argument. Because yes, like I said, we can give a counter economic proposal, counter ecological proposal, whatever be it, but threats like these will keep coming to our resources if we have an ecologically illiterate or ecologically unaware government in the place. And I'm not talking about any party, I'm talking about, it's not the previous government, the Congress government before BJP did any less damage. It did a lot of damage as well. But we need to have more of ecological education in place, the right ecological education in place to stop this kind of practices. And having said that, we are also looking at, like I said, having a plan in place for ecological and economical sustainability of RA, and seeing how RA can provide an economical benefit to the whole city, like how they did with that Flamingo Park in Thane Creek right now. It's like a huge success economically. So similar things can happen in RA as well.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, am I audible right now?
No, Amrita, no.
Am I audible right now?
No, Amrita, not a single word.
Am I?
Hello?
Okay, you can't make. Okay, log out and probably join from Zoom.
Yeah. In the meanwhile, I can take questions if anyone wants to ask.
I had one question, if I may. This is Seema.
Hi, Soma.
Hi. I joined you from Delhi. My question was really about how the community themselves are involved in this process. I was hoping to hear how their voices are being foregrounded in this whole conversation of conservation, because we tend to come with our own sets of understanding and perceptions about the whole process of conservation. And often it is in conflict with what communities themselves are looking for. So what is the means by which you are bringing their voices into the discourse, their priorities into the negotiation with the state? Could you just talk a little about how
So
provide spaces for their participation?
I'm actually glad that you asked this question, because RA specifically is a very interesting movement where the green and the red, the human rights and the environment kind of balance together, which I was part of many environment movements globally, not only India, which happens in a lot of movements, but I saw that to the maximum over here. So we as RA Conservation Group are also helping a lot of tribals in RA to get their forest rights. These guys in RA actually have, like Amrita showed, come up with a very sustainable model of lifestyle, which is not seen in the tribal communities, even where I work. So I work with tribal communities in the north of Mumbai, not in the city, it's almost at the Gujarat border. We see very not bad, but disturbed connection with the forest. Whereas in RA, you see that tribals live with the forest even now very in a balanced way. So we want to actually promote that kind of lifestyle. And throughout, so we have only 50 seconds. So throughout the movement, there are various tribal leaders, like Amrita was saying, Asha Bhoi, who's a petitioner, for one RA case, Prakash Dada, who has been mobilizing tribals against a lot of these projects, especially zoo, SPRF training ground, and Metro Car Shed. We see a lot like Dinesh Havare, who has been also mobilizing people for FRA. So as a part of the group activity, we also tribals help us do a lot of our events like forest walk, forest food walks, tree walks, and they are always there to support whichever activity we do, and they also host a lot of activity in which RA conservation groups goes and supports. Like for example, they have events like the Birsa Munda festival, which is a tribal festival which is hosted on Birsa Munda Jayanti, which is the tribal leader, the independence tribal leader.